So I got a request from my last video to do another video on interdimensional travel, and the request came from Samuski36. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. Interdimensional travel is a very easy concept considering we do it every single day. It's just the idea of interdimensional travel is a bit stereotyped by science fiction films, but I'll explain. Right now I'm actually moving through dimensions. You see, say you put my head on the x-axis right here. If I move this way and this way, I'm also moving through the y-axis, which is through this, and the z-axis, which is through this. So there's interdimensional travel for you, but it gets more complicated when you start talking about it. I will define interdimensional travel as moving from one enclosed space, what we call the universe, to a different one that we don't know of. Meaning, like, it's on a separate timeline than we are. It may be moving parallel to us, maybe moving perpendicular, maybe at some random angle, it doesn't even matter. But it's moving from one space that we know to another space that we don't know. Now, time as we know it is a line, just like this. Okay? It's kind of bright. And we are in a universe right here on the line. Okay? We move on that line in this direction. Right there. Like that. It's possible, if time behaves anything like space, that there are many timelines, much like ours, that create three-dimensional shapes, or in this case planes. Each one of these is a timeline, different than ours. Ours is right here, and then all these other ones that are similar to ours, but not ours. We need to think of space as almost a point that just travels on these lines of time, whether they be in the length direction, the height direction, the width direction, it doesn't matter, x, y, z of time. In each one of the lines, where there's an infinite amount of them, has its own universe on it. Now, another cool thing about this is not only are there these lines in the plane, but there's also these lines, the vertical ones, that intersect. So in essence you have a length, width, and height of time as well as you do space. Before I go any further, I'm going to put up a disclaimer that all these are my ideas and I have no actual theories to back me up on this. So if I'm wrong, sorry. Now, it's possible that our timeline is not this particular one right here. It's possible that, say, it goes across the plane, like that. So in essence, we would be traveling between dimensions of time, and we wouldn't even know it. But the root of the question here is not, are we moving through different dimensions of time? It's can we go from one dimension that we know, or one timeline, into a different timeline, or a different dimension, as we might call it. Now, if that is possible, then I'm going to say the wormholes is the only way to really take care of that. And a wormhole can be described fairly easily, just like this. You see this line going across these, it intersects other lines. So a wormhole would be a point of intersection where you can choose to follow this line or this line. All in all, interdimensional travel happens every day, and it could be happening on a bigger scale than we know every day as well. It's just that actual science fiction moving from one space to another space that's going to cause issues. And the only way to do that is with